Thanks for tuning in to Woodshop 156. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make a basic shaker style table. I forgot to mention, we're using 1x6 pine, which actually measures 3/4 of an inch thick and 5.5 inches wide. Whether it's a coffee table, an end table, an entry table, it really doesn't matter. As long as you have the height that you want, the depth that you want, and the width. I'm also going to be teaching you how to replace a solid apron with a drawer frame and turning a straight leg, shaker leg, into a tapered leg. All right, you guys, let's get started. At this point, we can leave the legs as they are, kind of shaker style, or we can draw a taper and cut it out. And that's what I'm going to do on these. Subtract 3 inches from the depth of your table. The table that I'm currently building in this video is going to be a small coffee table with a depth of 16 inches. That means from the front of the table to the back of the table, 16 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these 2 aprons at 13. Next step is going to be cutting the aprons for the front and back. Now, with this step, we want to take whatever the width of the table is. Now, this is going to be a 32-inch coffee table, and we're going to subtract 5 inches. So 32 minus 5 is 27. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces of pine at 27 inches. At this point in the build, we're going to have to make a decision. Is our table going to have 4 solid aprons, or is one of them going to be a frame for a drawer opening? So what I'm going to do is take this piece out, head on over to the table saw, and cut 2 strips that are 1 inch wide. Now, another consideration is, do we want to do anything special to the aprons? Maybe a design of some sorts. A simple curve cutout, maybe something more abstract or something more elegant or more defined. It's up to you how you want to do that. I start assembling this table, there's a few more things I want to do. I want to break the edges on the outside of the legs. I want to break the edges on the bottom of the aprons. And then I'm going to sand everything to 180 grit. All right, everything's been sanded down to 180 and it's time to put this together, time to assemble it. But I want to point one thing out first. We don't have to do a drawer. I've replaced this with another solid apron. Now it's time to start putting this together. And I'm going to start with the two sides. Before I put these together, I'm going to drill some pocket screw holes, 2 on the inside edge of each apron, and this is going to make it easier to attach the top later. With the curve facing towards me and the radius up, if you're anything like me, there's a good chance you got the measurements wrong somewhere in this build. So as far as the top goes, measure from outside leg to outside leg and add 2 inches. So this top is gonna be 32 inches long. Measure from the front of the leg to the back of the other one, add 2 inches, and this table is gonna be 16.5 inches wide. Back at the miter saw, cutting 3 pieces of 1x6 pine to 32. Over at the planer. Now with the table, I'm just gonna plane one surface. It's a little uneven on both sides, but I'm just gonna plane one surface because underneath doesn't really matter, but I want the top to be nice and smooth. One more pass, half turn. Smooth side down. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. And don't forget to subscribe at Woodshop 156. Have a good day.